If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture on gate analog circuits. So today we will be taking 4 questions from question number 17 onwards. Question number 17, 18, 19 and then 20. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. So question number 17. So in 17 what they are asking, the equivalent diodes are forward biased and the reverse bias condition also. During forward bias there will be a source voltage, that is we can think of 0.7 volt, that drop we consider in case of normal diode, practical diode, and there the internal resistance some drop, and in reverse bias that is simply a open switch they have given. So if it is on we have to use this one, if it is off we have to use this one. Okay, now you see this voltage. Okay, if it is a forward bias, if it is plus 5, first what we will do, we will open this one, we will see whether it is on or off. So this side is connected to 5, so this side if it is greater than 5 then it is on. So let me take what is the peak value it goes up to plus 10, positive half cycle I am considering. So if it is plus 10, because there are voltage divider, so both the resistance are equal, so this 10 volt will be divided into 2, so this will also get 5, this will also get 5. Okay, once this is 5, this is 5, so this voltage will become 5 volt, because this is 5 volt, so this voltage is 5 volt. So because I opened this one, initially what I do, I open this, so this voltage is 5 and this voltage is 5. So this should be greater than this. So this is not greater than, so this will not get on. Okay, so because 10 is the extreme case of the positive half cycle. In all other conditions it is less than 10. So if it is less than 10 then it is obviously off. If it comes up to 10, still it's equal. You see, if it is 10 then this voltage is 5, because 10 is divided into 2, so this is 5. So this is not crossing 5 voltage at any times. So obviously it will not be on during positive half cycle. Negative half cycle, this voltage will be always negative and this is positive. So in negative half cycle this will never be on. So in positive also it is not on. In positive half cycle also, positive half, D1 is off, this diode is off. In negative obviously it will be off, it is also. So in both the case this is off, so it will be simply open circuit, nothing will come here. So whatever voltage you give, the same voltage, half of that voltage will come. So 10 sin omega t you are giving, that will be divided into 2, so the output voltage will be half of 10 sin omega t, so it will go 5 sin omega t. So it will be a sine wave of maximum value 5 and minus 5. So you can see this will be option A. Assuming that the diodes in the given circuit are ideal, the voltage V0, what will be the voltage V0? These are diodes, they are saying they are ideal voltage. Okay, so what I will do, I will first remove this one and remove this one also. I will see which one is on, which one is off. If both is on, then I have to go for other cases. If one is also on, then also I have to get another case. I have to see whether the condition of the other one is changing or not by making it on. So if I remove this one, so what is the voltage here? 10 volt. This voltage is, because this is on, no current is flowing, so this is 0, this is plus 10, so obviously this is on, this is 0, this is minus 15, this side is minus 15, this is 0, so this is off. So if I say this is 2, this is 1, so my first impression is D1 is on. Why D1 is on? Because for the voltage across VD1, in the first impression, this side is 10, this side is 0, so 10 minus 0, 10 volt. And what is the voltage at D2? What is your first impression? This side is minus 15 and then minus 0, because in diode I always told you, this side I will take plus, this side the diode voltage is always this minus this. So minus 15 minus 0, so this is minus 15, so D2 is off. So now I have to think, if D1 is on, now this is my first impression, this is case 1, so now I have to go for case 2. I will now make D1 on, because it is saying D1 is on, so I will make D1 is on. So how I will make it D1 is on? So I am doing it here instead of drawing every time a circuit. So this is on now. So once this is on, the current will start. This is still off, because this is off. Now I have to check if there is voltage is changing, any change is there or not. So the current will flow in this path. Okay. Once the current starts flowing in this path, so what will be the voltage here? Because this is 10, this is also 10. So what will be the voltage at now? D1 I am making on. I am forcing D1 to be on. So what is the voltage at D2? I have to change whether that, I have to check whether the condition of D2 is changing or not by making it on. If it changes, it can be on also. So this voltage is 10 and this voltage is minus 15. So minus 15 minus 10. So it is still negative. So D2 is off. When I make it on, then also, that means D2 will be always off, D1 will be always on. So once D1 is on, now you can see this 10 will be divided into 10, 10, 5. So your output V0 will be equal to 10 by 2. 5. So what is given in the 19? A Clipper circuit shown is big. Assume the forward drives of the diode is given 0.7. This is they have given the input output transfer characteristics. Okay. Now if I say this is the positive half cycle, suppose it is positive half, it is plus, it is minus. Okay. I have removed this one and this one. Okay. Now if I say, now if I go for positive half cycle, this Zener breakdown voltage it is 10. So if this reverse, because this voltage will come as a reverse voltage across here, because this will be plus, this will be minus. So if the reverse voltage crosses 10 volt, if it crosses 10 volt, then this breakdown will occur and this will remain at 10 volt. This is given 10 volt means reverse breakdown will occur at 10 volt and it will remain at 10 volt. If it crosses 10 volt, then the output will remain at 10 volt because breakdown will occur here. Okay. So suppose if it is not crossing 10 volt till now, if it is positive but it is not crossing 10 volt, suppose it is, because if you see here, this is 5 and this is your input. So you can see here. So what is my first impression if I do? What is VZ, voltage across Zener voltage, because I will always consider this is plus, this is minus, so it is minus VI. For Zener negative is good because I need to operate it in reverse voltage, and VD is VI minus 5. But it will be minus 10 until this is VI is greater than less than 10. If it crosses 10 in reverse direction, then it will be, output will be at plus minus, this will be plus, this will be minus, this side will be plus, this side will be minus, that is minus 10 whatever. As per our convention it will be minus 10. Okay. So and here if your VI is greater than 5, then its diode is on, D is on. So which one will come first, 5 or 10? Obviously 5 will come first, so VI will cross 5 first. So once VI cross 5, then this diode is on. Once this diode gets on, then your output voltage is 5 plus what will be a drop. Once this on, then this voltage fixed. Because this is on, then this voltage 5 plus this drop will come because they have given some drop. So this voltage will be fixed, so voltage across Zener will be fixed. So it will not cross 10, so Zener will not break down because it can never cross 10, because once this is on, then this voltage remains fixed. So once this becomes on, D1 is on, then the voltage, output voltage V0 will be 5 plus 0.7. Because there will be 0.7 down, plus minus, this is plus, this is minus, there will be 0.7. So if you add these two, one battery just below, one back to back battery connection, so it will be 5.7 volt. So you got a voltage of 5.7 volt in the output. Okay. This is when VI is greater than 5. If it crossed 5, then this is. Okay. If VI is less than 5, okay, if it is less than 5 or 5.7, if it crossed 5.7, then the output is 5.7. And if your VI is positive, but VI is in between 0 to 5, suppose. So this is still now on, not on, this is not also reverse bias. So your output will become simply input. Whatever output you are getting, that will be in. So V0 will be V. Now let me check which option satisfies this one. Once it crosses 5.7, you can see once it crosses 5.7, then output is fixed at 5.7. Before 5.7, it is depending on VI. As you increase VI, your V0 is increasing. You can see it is increasing. So it is obviously giving me option C. No other option is satisfying. You can check in negative bias also. If it is negative biased, then this diode will be off always, because this is positive and this side is negative coming. So D will be always off. If VI is less than 0, so D will be always off. But this Zener diode get forward biased, not reverse bias, forward bias. So forward bias, it will act like a simple diode. So what will be its drop? Its drop will be, this is plus, this is minus, plus minus 0.7. This side will be plus, this side. So your output will be minus 0.7. D will be off and DZ will be on. So once DZ is on in forward bias direction, not in reverse bias condition, Zener will get in forward bias, because this is now minus, this is now positive. So your output will be equal to minus 0.7. Because there will be 0.7 drop, plus minus here. The output is just reverse of this one, minus 7. So you see in negative direction, it is fixed at minus 0.7. Once it crosses this 1.7, the barrier voltage, then it follows this voltage up to a certain limit. When it is crossing 5.7, then the output is fixed at 5.7. So in question number 20, you can see the transistor used in the circuit below has a beta of, not alpha, has a beta of 30 and ICBO is negligible. If the forward voltage drop of the diode is 0.7, then the current through the collector will be. Okay, initially if you don't know what that, because transistor can be, next topic I think in transistor biasing you will find, but because diode is there, it is given here. So transistor operates in 3: active, saturation and cutoff region. Reverse active is higher, not practically used. So what is forward bias, what is active region? This should be forward bias, this should be reverse bias. This junction should be forward, this should be, both are on, then it is at saturation. If the reverse both are off, then it is cutoff. Okay. So we always start with that it is at active region, and then we will proceed whether it is active or not. Okay. So if it is an active region, then let me take, because beta is given, so if I can calculate IB, then I can calculate IC also. Okay. So how I will calculate IB? So if I take a KVL here, this drop is given, VZ is breakdown voltage, obviously it will occur because it is at -5, you can see, and it is at 0. If I open all this, then it is 0, this is at -5, so this will be on. So and this voltage will be this one. We know Zener breakdown voltage is in this format. Actual Zener voltage is this, so we always consider this is plus, this is minus, but because it is operating at reverse bias condition, then the reverse thing happens for Zener. So it will be -5, and then because the current is flowing in this direction, plus IB into 1 kilo, then this drop, because this plus minus, so you can consider 0.7, and because this is also a PN junction, NPN, so there will be another a plus, there will be a drop also, there will be a 0.7 drop, this because this is PN junction, this is also PN junction point, this is also a diode, this is also a diode, this is also a diode, PN junction only. So this is plus 0.7 plus 0.7 equal to 0. From here if you calculate, you will get IB is equal to 3.6 milliampere. So your IC will be equal to beta into IB, because it is in active region. This formula exists in active region. If it is not active region, then this formula doesn't hold. I am considering let transistor is in active. So you always start with this conclusion, and we see at the end whether it is satisfying that other conditions or not. If you multiply it by 30, then it is 108 million. Don't give this one as an answer, because I have not checked. What I need to check, I need to check this voltage, this junction also, because this is also N. So this is also, you can say, this is collector base emitter. So base emitter is forward biased. I have to see whether collector base is forward biased, reverse biased, what. If it is reverse biased, then it is good. So let me calculate VCB. So if I calculate VCB, because this is positive, this is negative, if VCB is become positive, then this will positive, this will negative, that means it will be reverse bias. So let me calculate VCB. So calculating VCB, you can take a KVL along this path, because this is 0. Okay, I have this current is IC, that one I have calculated. So I can take a KVL around this path. This is grounded, means ultimately it will go ground. So you can see the path. I know this voltage, I know this drop, I know this voltage, only this is unknown, this junction. Okay, if I go in this way, so what I will find IC into this 2.2 kilo plus minus, because I am moving in this direction, IC is also flowing in this direction. Then I have considered VCB, this is plus, this is minus. If VCB is positive, then transistor is in active region, because VCB positive means, you can see it is NPN transistor, this is P, this is N. So this side positive, this side negative, means PN junction is reverse bias. So VCB plus 0.7, and this is -12. This one you can consider a battery of this form, -12. This is connected, you can consider this is simply a battery of this format, and this is grounded. So that's why it is -12. So it is -12 equal to 0. So from here, if you calculate by putting IC, you will get VCB is equal to -2 to 6.3. So you are getting negative voltage VCB. Negative means, what is negative? Because this VCB means C I considered positive, but it is negative. That means this is negative, this is positive. So it is forward biased then, which means your collector base junction is forward biased. So this is also forward biased. When this is forward biased, this is also becoming forward biased. Base emitter is already forward biased, because I have considered active region. Base emitter is always in forward bias. So both are forward biased, both junction are forward biased. That means transistor is in saturation. Transistor is in saturation. In saturation, this formula doesn't work. That means your IC is not equal to 108, because this is in saturation. So in saturation mode, what you do, you take because VCE saturation is generally given, or if it is not given also, you can consider. Saturation means it is just shorted. It is like a switch. It is now a short circuit path between collector and emitter. Nothing is there. It is a short circuit path. All current will flow through this branch. So if it is a saturation, then what we do, we take KVL along this path. This thing we will do in transistor chapter. Lots of things we will do. Why that the transistor in M? Because this is a very important zone. Transistor biasing, in which zone the transistor is working. So in that case you will take a simple KVL along this path, because this is simply a short circuit path, or this voltage generally they give 0.2, 0.1, we consider a voltage of 0.2. This is saturation. So you can take now KVL along this path. So your IC into 2.2, this is VCE plus minus, this side is plus, this side is minus 0.7, minus 12 equal to 0. So if you do this one, your IC will be from here, it is 5.36 milliampere. So this is your answer, not 108. And its saturation, then you don't, this formula doesn't exist, beta into I. Then there is no concept of this side. Base concept on everything is gone. It is simply short circuit. You take short circuit path and then take care. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.